Dear students, in this topic we shall discuss insulin and glucagon hormones produced by the pancreas. Pancreas is a dual gland having exocrine as well as endocrine functions. It is composed of two types of tissues. One tissue is known as the acinus, which is exocrine. The other tissues include the islets of Langerhans, which are endocrine in function. We shall discuss islets of Langerhans as endocrine tissue in detail. The islets of Langerhans have four types of secretory cells. First, beta cells, which constitute about 60% of the islets, and they produce the hormone insulin. The second type of endocrine cells in the islets of Langerhans are alpha cells, which constitute about 25% of the islets and produce the hormone glucagon. The third type of cells are the delta cells, which constitute about 10% of the islets and produce a hormone which is called somatostatin. This hormone inhibits the release of both insulin and glucagon. The fourth type of cells are the PP cells. These are very small in number and they produce a hormone which is called pancreatic polypeptide. Dear students, we shall discuss insulin and glucagon hormones in detail in this topic, and now we shall discuss the stimuli for the release of insulin hormone from the pancreas. The major stimulus for the beta cells to secrete insulin is high blood glucose level. Release of insulin is also stimulated by some other factors which include glucagon, growth hormone, gastric inhibitory peptide or GIP, epinephrine, and elevated levels of amino acids. These all stimulate the release of insulin from beta cells. Dear students, we shall now see the effects of insulin. Insulin has major effects on carbohydrate, fats, and proteins metabolism. इसका जो सबसे मेजर इफेक्ट है वो है कि ये ब्लड में ग्लूकोज लेवल को कम करती है. इस मकसद के लिए इट इंक्रीजेस द अपटेक ऑफ ग्लूकोज बाय द सेल्स ऑफ लिवर, मसल्स एंड एडिपोज टिश्यू. It also stimulates glycogenesis in the liver and muscles. Glycogenesis means conversion of glucose into glycogen, which occurs in the liver and muscles. Insulin also stimulates lipogenesis in liver and adipose tissue, यानी कि synthesis of complex lipids from fatty acids. This process is also stimulated by insulin. Insulin also stimulates the uptake of amino acids into the liver and muscles. इस तरह से तीनों जो मेजर कंपोनेंट्स हैं न्यूट्रिएंट्स के, उन तीनों की मेटाबॉलिज्म के ऊपर इंसुलिन क्रिटिकल इफेक्ट्स रखती है. Dear students, the deficiency of insulin causes a disease which is called diabetes mellitus, which is of two types: diabetes mellitus type 1 and diabetes mellitus type 2. The absolute deficiency of insulin, that is, the reduced release of insulin by the beta cells, causes the diabetes mellitus type 1. जब इंसुलिन ही कम होगी तो एज ए रिजल्ट डायबिटीज mellitus टाइप 1 होगी. लेकिन जो दूसरी टाइप है, दैट इज द relative deficiency of insulin. That is because of the defective insulin receptors in the target tissues. This causes diabetes mellitus type 2. Dear students, diabetes leads to hyperglycemia, that is high blood glucose level, glycosuria, that is यूरन में ग्लूकोज का आना, reduced ability to utilize glucose by the cell, also reduced ability to synthesize lipids and proteins, moreover accumulation of non-metabolized fat particles in the blood which appear as ketone bodies. These all happen because of disturbances of carbohydrate, lipid, and protein metabolism, which are actually affected and controlled by insulin. जब ये तीनों मेजर कंपोनेंट्स की मेटाबॉलिज्म अफेक्ट होगी तो उसका नतीजा बहुत सारे ऑर्गन्स के डिफेक्टिव फंक्शंस की फॉर्म में आएगा. इसमें जो डायबिटीज के पेशेंट्स हैं उनमें जो एसेसरी सिम्टम्स प्रोड्यूस होते हैं वो हैं कैटरेक्ट इन द आई, कार्डियोवास्कुलर डिजीजेस और रीनल यानी गुर्दे की डिजीजेस. Dear students, now we shall discuss the other hormone produced by pancreas, that is glucagon. Glucagon is secreted in response to hyperglycemia. जब ब्लड में ग्लूकोज लेवल it is produced in response to hypoglycemia. जब ब्लड में ग्लूकोज की कंसंट्रेशन कम हो जाती है तो ग्लूकागॉन प्रोड्यूस होता है. It increases glucose level in the blood by lipolysis and glycogenolysis and by stimulating gluconeogenesis. इस तरह से इसके जितने भी इफेक्ट्स हैं दे आर जस्ट ऑपोजिट टू दैट ऑफ इंसुलिन. इस तरह के ऑपोजिट इफेक्ट्स को हम कहते हैं एंटागोनिस्टिक एक्शंस या एंटागोनिस्टिक इफेक्ट्स. These antagonistic effects are important in maintaining the appropriate level of glucose in the blood.